In this video, I'm going to talk a bit about erectile dysfunction. I get a lot of messages and a lot of comments from people who seem to have the same issue. Basically, a lot of them say things along the lines of, well, I have a really attractive girlfriend and I'm super sexually attracted to her, but for some reason my penis just cannot perform as well as I wish it would. So the first thing I want to put out there is there are three major factors when it comes to erectile function. And man, I have a lot to say about this topic, but I'm just going to dive right into these three tips, okay? Three main factors. The first thing is mental and psychological, okay? We have to understand that our sex drive is predominantly, for the most part, controlled by dopamine pathways, and if our dopamine pathways are hijacked by extremely highly addictive stimulus like pornography and masturbation, it will be very challenging for us to be highly aroused by a lower stimulus such as an attractive female in real life. What you need to understand is if you are masturbating to pornography, if you are watching pornography, especially more than once a week, okay, but it's a drug, it's highly addictive, and chances are most people can't just keep it down to once a week, and even if they did, once a week is still going to fuck up your sex drive. I'm sorry, but it is. That's the truth. This is probably the number one cause for erectile dysfunction in most people. Your neural pathways are programmed to respond to a high stimulus from pornography. Pornography excites and arouses your brain 30 times higher than a regular sexual experience in reality. So as long as your brain is used to those high amounts of arousal from pornography, it's going to be very, very challenging for your brain to be aroused by the lower stimulus. This is why pornography is a make it or break it when it comes to your sex drive. And if you can just eliminate pornography from your life, that means no masturbation and no pornography. The reason why you don't want to masturbate with or without pornography is because even if you're not watching porn and you masturbate, you're still setting yourself up to, because eventually it's going to start, first it's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to masturbate, no pornography, so it's okay. But then eventually your brain is going to naturally try to seek out the higher stimulus from pornography anyway, and you're going to end up watching porn. You're just going to relapse. That's how it goes. But when you stop watching pornography, okay, after about 2 or 3 weeks, you should start to feel so much more motivated. When you do break the addiction of pornography, you will feel more motivated. You will naturally, your dopamine pathways will start to reprogram themselves, and dopamine is a neurotransmitter that's responsible for chasing things. Your brain will start to make you want to chase better other goals. That is, of course, if you have adequate dopamine levels. Otherwise, you're going to have to address the dopamine deficiency using amino acids and herbs. But chances are, your whole life will change when you stop watching pornography. That's just how it is, and it is backed by science, no matter what anyone wants to say. It's all about the dopamine pathways. So once you eliminate pornography from your life, your sex drive will start to get better. Okay, so if you are one of those people who watch pornography regularly, stop watching it, okay? That's the first thing. Now, for those of you who don't watch pornography, which I'm sure most of you probably do, that's probably causing your problems, but without pornography in your life, if you're still having sexual problems and you've addressed the pornography thing, it more than likely is either stress related, like a mind thing. Maybe your partner annoys you, or maybe you have so much stress going on in your job, and you have to be relaxed in order for your dick to work. Your sexual functions are part of the rest and digest system. So if you're in fight or flight mode and you're stressed out, your penis is not going to work, and neither will your digestive system. So when you relax, your body's able to conserve energy for things like, you know, dick work, okay? Now, if it is a stress-related issue, I recommend you just focus more on your partner and work, you know, actively work on enjoying the sexual experience. I'll have to make another video on that about relaxation, but I already have plenty of relaxation videos up if you look on my channel. And also, this problem isn't really as detrimental as you might think, and it can be addressed with the next suggestion I'm about to make. The next suggestion is, I'm going to suggest a couple of sexual boosting herbs that boost your sex drive and libido and make you horny as fuck and make your dick work like crazy. Now, these herbs, okay, are about to address what's actually the third cause of sexual dysfunction, okay? Sexual dysfunction cause number 3, nitric oxide, okay? Now, nitric oxide is basically a chemical that induces blood flow and circulation, okay? If you have circulation problems, if you have blood flow problems, which are usually caused by poor diet, okay, then first of all, you're already setting yourself up for heart disease, okay? Because heart disease is caused by a lack of nitric oxide. Well, heart disease is caused by inflammation in the arteries and other things, but lack of blood flow is the #1 sign of heart disease. So boosting nitric oxide, which actually that's what a lot of heart drugs do, is key for boosting your penis health, because without nitric oxide you can't boost blood flow to the penis. Without blood flow to the penis, there's nothing to be, you know, you're not going to be erect, because an erection, all that is all the blood rushing to your penis. Similarly to when you work out, you know, say you're doing a bicep curl, after you pump your bicep adequately, you'll start to see you get what's called a pump. So your bicep gets bigger because all the blood is flushed into the bicep. Same thing happens when you pump your penis, or simply when you're aroused. When you're sexually aroused, all of your blood goes straight into the penis, and so nitric oxide is responsible for the physical aspect of the erection. So that means, if you haven't already, eliminate all vegetable oils in your diet, eliminate hydrogenated oils, butter substitutes, not actual butter, but butter substitutes, like, you know, vegetable spread and margarine and shit like that, and eat a diet that's going to promote blood flow, okay? For most of you, okay, I'm not going to say veganism because I don't believe that that's necessary, but eat a lot of vegetables and herbs and spices that thin the blood. For example, eat a lot of turmeric, eat a lot of garlic, eat a lot of celery, eat a lot of broccoli, because broccoli actually helps to flush out excess estrogens in the body, which can help to promote healthy testosterone levels. Not that that's a significant difference, but consume a lot of black tea, a lot of green tea, a lot of green tea especially, to promote blood flow. Eat a diet based on vegetables, and remove all the fucking processed sugars and sugars in general, because actually hypoglycemia and blood sugar issues can be a big cause of erectile dysfunction. Because if your blood sugar levels are out of balance, if you have too much or too little blood sugar, you're going to feel like shit. First of all, you're going to be stressed for sure. So already you're stressed, so it's hard to get an erection. And then blood flow is going to be hindered. You're not going to have an adequate blood flow because of the blood sugar problems. And then also, your hormones are going to be out of whack. So blood sugar issues are huge. If I have to recommend any kind of diet specifically for those who need somewhere to start, I would just say go for a paleo diet, but heavy on the vegetables, and use meat as a condiment, okay, if I'm going to be recommending something. Simply because that'll address all nutrient deficient, or that'll address all food intolerances possible, and it eliminates processed sugars. And if you have a blood sugar problem, this will help to correct it because you're eliminating most of your carbohydrates, except for fruits and and yams and potatoes and stuff like that, which are very high in blood flow promoting nutrients, by the way. So, and also digestive issues. If you have fucked up digestive problems and you're bloated and whatnot, you're not going to be in the mood and your dick is not going to work very well. So of course, a paleo diet is one of the best diets that you can be on for addressing intestinal issues. I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay, I'm not talking down on any other diet or even saying this is the end-all be-all, but if you're going to work on your erectile health and your hormonal health, paleo diet is a great place to start. I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay? So, after you have addressed your dietary issues, and also make sure you get plenty of Himalayan pink salt, because sodium is actually a requirement for proper blood flow, heart health, muscle contraction, all these things, despite all the bullshit misinformation you get from mainstream health agencies. If you don't have enough fucking sodium, natural salt in your body, then your hormones are going to be out of whack and you will feel lethargic, especially if you're one of those people who are chronically stressed, have trouble sleeping at night, and especially if you have cramps. If you have any kind of muscle cramps, that's a sign of a severe sodium deficiency. But just insomnia and overall stress, that's a sign of minor to moderate sodium deficiency. And I've addressed this with myself, and that's how I know for sure. Anytime I don't have enough sodium, because I exercise a lot, I need it for sure, I start to get those symptoms, and as soon as I take a shot of salt, within 10 minutes, I feel amazing. So, now those are all the fundamentals. Now, on to the herbs, amino acids, and supplements to supplement the foundation with. What is the most potent? What is nature's Viagra? Yohimbe bark extract, okay? Not yohimbine. Not yohimbine HCl, not yohimbine. Yohimbe bark extract. Specifically, probably the #1 supplement, and I'm not endorsed or sponsored or getting paid or anything like that for this, Yohimbe Plus by Irwin Naturals. Why is this so powerful? Well, because it has a pharmaceutical dose, or a extremely effective dose of Yohimbe bark extract. Yohimbe bark extract promotes nitric oxide and blood flow to the penis, and it also highly arouses you. Okay, so it addresses the mental issue, makes you like just super fucking horny, because it increases the neurotransmitters responsible for your horniness and arousal, and it increases blood flow to the penis. So it's a double whammy. But this one also contains fish oil, which is a potent source of DHA and EPA omega-3 fatty acids, which are also requirement for blood circulation and heart health, to help dilate the blood vessels and get a hardcore heart on. This also contains a 5-to-1 extract of ashwagandha root, which is amazing for to tonify the sexual function and helps to relax you as well if you're stressed. Damiana, which is another amazing potent libido-enhancing herb used for thousands of years. Siberian ginseng, horny goatweed, an 8-to-1 extract. Horny goatweed's been shown to be absolutely amazing for promoting erectile health and arousal, for sure. And then it has a couple of other, including tribulus, ginkgo biloba, other sexual tonifying herbs. So, this is #1 right here, Yohimbe bark extract. Specifically Yohimbe Plus. I highly recommend this brand. It's in liquid gels. I use these. I took one today. But you should be taking 3, and then you'll definitely feel it, but you'll probably feel pretty jittery too. Another thing is maca root. Maca root I've talked about so much. It will make you sperm like cups and cups full. And by the way, that's also an extra benefit when you stop masturbating to pornography. You will have so much more sperm if you do this. So, maca root right here. Amazing. Maca root in conjunction with Yohimbe bark. Oh my god. You will light your woman up, I swear to God. I recommend 5 grams of maca root. Let me see if I still have Well, I used to have a shit ton of maca powder, but it looks like I must have thrown it all away. Yeah, I can't find it. But maca powder, the powder from Gaia Herbs is great. Also, Nativa Naturals is another great brand. So, those are the bread and butter for sexual function and arousal. All that shit that I just mentioned should definitely cure any erectile problems you might have, and you'll be able to just like, your woman won't be able to fucking walk. Or if you're more of the multi-women type of guy, then yeah, you'll want to fuck a shit ton of women and you'll make them wobble. So just make sure you don't sperm inside them, because you will get them pregnant. Trust me, I've accidentally done that once. Okay. Anyway, subscribe and post your comments down below.